Exactly. He gave her a check for $10 million, but you ruined 18 years of her life. But then there's like spiteful mothers.
Absolutely.
Like you are trying to ruin my life.
I feel like I wasn't really prepared for what happens after. I was just more scared of like losing the job. Side hustles to make quick money. Because it really is like that. Sometimes you just need it quick.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Wintana, and I'm back with another episode. And as you can tell, it's spooky season, Halloween season. So I thought we had to dress the part, you know what I mean? Be festive. And there's only one person I can really do this thing with, guys. I don't know if you can hear the laugh in the background and if you recognize it or not, but I brought on today my bestie, Miss Milena B.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
What? I didn't expect that.
Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, I didn't know it. I didn't know the reference. But
if you don't know that, you need to watch Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of the best spooky-ish Christmas movies.
Do you do like festive? You know how people watch festive shows and stuff before Christmas or before like a season? Do you do that?
I think sometimes I do unintentionally, but I'll watch it any time of the year, to be honest. But leading up to Christmas and Halloween, it is fun.
Christmas, and we always do like the Grinch.
Yes, I love the Grinch.
I love the Grinch. It's my sister Lillian always says like, we need to play the Grinch. We need to watch. She's very like strict about it too.
So cute.
Extra.
Shout out to
the
Lillian.
Grinch. What else have we watched? The other one, Elf.
Oh, really?
Elf is a good one. Yeah.
Elf is
good. We watched Elf last year. Actually, we watched Elf instead of the Grinch because sometimes you're like, again?
Yeah?
The year comes by. Yeah, because the year comes by so quickly.
Yeah.
And you're like, so we
what
watched
about Home Alone?
Home Alone, yeah. I feel like
watched
Home Alone in years, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like Home Alone is the one that we had to take a break from because we were watching
You watched it so much?
Yeah, girl. Because it's like the most, I think, like even family friendly wise.
Yeah.
My mom didn't understand the Grinch. She's like, what is this?
What's going on?
What's going on with this monster? And then Elf, I don't think they got the humor because some people are like very much.
My dad just laughs. I don't know if he gets it or he's just laughing at the scenes in Elf.
Elf? Yeah.
Because it's so dumb. He's the type of guy that he likes Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, like those goofy movies.
Yeah. My dad does too, actually.
I think it's like the funny,
it's like dad jokey a bit. Because some of the humor is very like slapstick. You know what slapstick humor is?
No, what's that?
It's like Mr. Bean, very like slip on a banana peel.
Yeah.
It's like
just very like
humor.
Like the conventional type of funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm into, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought.
To do with movies, season,
Halloween season. Oh, I love watching Black Christmas movies.
I don't actually watch enough of those. I always take it old school. And old school, you know, obviously there weren't a lot.
Yeah, I feel like there's
movies.
this. What is it? This Christmas, isn't this Christmas one? The one with and then let me look them up for you.
Look them up, but I haven't. To be honest, I've been really slow with the newer movies. I haven't watched because
not even the new ones. I feel like sometimes I can get into my bubble of being, you know, when it's like a guilty pleasure when you watch something, because. I mean, let me not say guilty pleasure. I like black movies. Yeah, period. But I feel like when in the rating, like Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, they're not like highly rated movies. But once I get into a hole of watching them, it's like I feel like that's all I can watch for a while. Yeah. So this Christmas is one.
Who's in that?
I'm pretty sure. Chris Brown, Lauren London. You don't know that one? We need to watch it.
This Christmas.
Yeah, that lady that.
It's older.
It's older. It's been around for years.
Damn, I don't remember that at all.
What else is there? I swear.
I know there's a Medea.
The Medea one, yeah. I love Medea.
Yeah, Medea.
It's so cliche, but I love Medea. But the other one, is it even Christmas or were they just, why did I get married?
Yeah.
Is that Christmas time or just snow time? Snow season. Because do you remember he left her he caught the flight? We need to watch that because that shit will make you lose your mind. Yeah. Sometimes Tyler Perry... Perry, I don't know why you do this.
I feel like Tyler Perry is
off the trauma of black women sometimes. Because why? Yeah, absolutely. Why did this man say to her, "You're too big for the plane ride"?
True.
Can you just meet us there? And there was this other girl on the plane that he's like flirting with.
Oh my god!
Someone's dying on that flight. Somebody has to die on that flight.
My God. You know, it's funny you say that. I feel like Tyler Perry is a guilty pleasure. I think Tyler Perry movies are guilty pleasure. Because I watched Daddy's Little Girls yesterday.
Oh, okay. And then?
I love it.
Is that the one where he dangles them off the balcony?
No. That's three, no, what?
For Colored Girls.
Four Colored Girls.
Yeah,
But
that one was sick.
Yeah, that one's a bit dark. But Daddy's Little Girls is Idris Elba and Lauren London.
Let me see Daddy's Little Girl.
You probably know it, sis. I feel like it's one of the iconic Tyler Perry movies. But it's the one where he's like, he has a crazy ex and he has the 3 daughters.
Yes.
Lauren, I think Lauren London is the lawyer. I think it's Lauren London.
Is it Lauren London or is it Regina Hall?
No, it's not Regina Hall. I swear it's Lauren
It's
London.
Gabriel Union.
Girl. See, I always get them confused.
Really?
I feel like I always get Lauren London, Gabriel Union.
Yeah.
I think both of them.
Confused? They look so different.
They do.
Yeah,
but I think
it's just like what you, okay.
I don't know why.
Or maybe it's like in your head. You know when something's in your head and you're just like, I need to watch that again. The one, the one that gets me is Acrimony.
Oh, is that the one with, what's her name?
Taraji P.
Taraji, yeah. So that one I feel like I've only watched once, and that's one of the recent, we would say, like, in terms of Tyler Perry movies.
That's recent.
Yeah, I need to watch it again, because I remember you talking about that even in another episode, and it just angered me again.
It made me so angry watching this. I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be real. It's like the type of shit that will have you pacing. Like, this man did not just give her a check for, and it's like, what can you say? He gave her a check for $10 million, but you ruined 18 years of her life.
Lord.
Because that check needs to be annual.
That's, oh my gosh.
I need reparations.
I need reparations. Do you know that reminds me of, I told you about this, the documentary.
Which one?
Sweet Bobby.
Yeah, I need to watch that. Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you, but
I've seen it. I've seen the trailer.
Time.
I actually would. You know what? When I watch that, you need to come back on so we can talk about it, because I don't know. I can't judge her yet, but based on the trailer, I'm like, there was things where I'm like, did you just choose to ignore the fact that you didn't see him?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much the discourse anyway. Even after you watch it, you're probably gonna be asking the same thing, because that's what people are saying. That's why they said there's an podcast on it. And they have 4 episodes or something, and they talk more in detail. And apparently that gives you more of an insight as to why she did what she did. But still, there's a certain, like,
do you know
limit.
What? This is why people say, like, you can't, because some people just fall in love. Like, they just allow themselves to fall in love.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to a friend, and she was talking about how she just needs to get to know the person first and actually ask him, like, she kind of screens them. Yeah. Like, are you, like, just to cross out anything that wouldn't make sense for her. So it's like family dynamic, this, that. And I'm like, you're actually doing too much. But when I think about it, why? Why fall in love? And then next thing you know, you're like, okay, this is actually not going to work. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because it reminded me of another movie I just watched today. Guys, I'm really big into movies. So I feel like any, movie quiz trivia, let me know. Yeah. But P.S. I Love You. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember it.
So P.S. I Love You, I just had a craving to watch it, and I started watching it today. Yeah. And one of the main, I guess, supporting actresses in it is Phoebe, the girl who played Phoebe Buffay in Friends. Yeah. Okay. So she's in it, and she does this scene where she's at a funeral, first of all. But anyway, she goes up to each guy, like each cute guy that she sees, and she's like, "Are you single?" And then he'd be like, "Yep." And she's like, "Are you gay?" And then he like he would say either yes or no. And then she'd be like, "Do you have a job?" And that's how she screens them. She'll ask all those questions. And so there's this third guy that she got to, and he had fulfilled all those 3 criteria. Yeah. He was single, he was not gay, he had a job. Yeah. And then she kisses him right away. And then she's like, And then she just walks off.
This is like the lady that we saw yesterday, and she was talking about, like, kissing. Are you a good kisser?
Yeah, oh my God.
That's a different topic.
We'll talk about that another time.
Anyway, obviously we're in Halloween drip.
Yes. Oh, okay, we should talk about it.
I'm Little Red Riding Hood, as you guys can tell. I've got...
Gorgeous.
I didn't put the hood on, but she's here.
Oh, yeah. She's here somewhere. Please show us with the hood, the hood
was just doing too much.
Really?
Yeah,
because you can push it back a little. Yes. That's giving...
Is that how I'm wearing it? Okay.
Yeah, because she doesn't have it all the way, I think. I feel like she has it halfway.
Okay, well, maybe I'll put on.
That's cute. Red on red.
All right, tell me who you are.
Okay, if y'all don't know, with the big R, I'm Jessie from Team Rocket in Pokemon. So that's all for that.
We were gonna go matching, but then I was like, let me do this Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, you killed it.
All right, icebreaker segment.
Yes,
Milena. So we do a little break the ice here.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna get you to do is a general knowledge quiz.
Yo, you don't understand. I've been wanting to do this for a minute, and you've probably I've been on the podcast a few times. thanks to the lovely ladies. But I never got to do the quiz, and I'm always like,
oh, you've never done it?
No, I've never done it. So every time I listen in, I'm always trying to answer the questions like I'm part of it. So I'm really excited to do that today.
All right. So I hope you know your general knowledge. I hope you're ready.
Wait, is it anything to do with where I have to figure it out on paper?
No. All of it is just random general knowledge questions.
Okay, we'll see.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hopefully I'm on a fly today. Yeah, go. I'm feeling good. I don't know. Let's see.
I'm really hoping you get it. All right.
Okay.
First question. Who was the first rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize?
Oh, Jesus. Jay-Z.
Incorrect.
Oof. It's old school. Someone old school.
What is old school?
Okay, old school, like not a new generation rapper. Not like in the trap era of rappers.
Not in the trap era, but yeah. That's the only hint I can give you. Not in the trap era.
Not in the trap era. It's a male.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, not Jay-Z. Oh, Lord. Kanye West?
No. One more. One
more chance. Okay. Okay, let me think of the greats. Someone who's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jay-Z, not Kanye. Who's the other OG, man? Oh my gosh. Can you give me another hint or no?
This is the last hint.
Okay.
And the next questions I can only give you one shot.
Damn. Okay. Here.
Okay. He's a great rapper. He's like one of the greats.
Okay.
But he's not like Jay-Z time. He is more
Oh, Kendrick?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm so sorry. Shout out to Kendrick.
Shout out to Kendrick. Did you know what a Pulitzer Prize was?
I've heard of it, but
I didn't know about it until this. For people that don't know, it says it's like an annual award given by the Columbia University in New York for achievements in journalism, arts, and letters.
What?
And letters. I don't know what that means, but
okay.
Next question: who was the highest paid actress in 2003 according to Forbes?
Dang. Okay, we're throwing it back. 2003. It was a white actress for sure.
Yep.
2003.
Sorry, 2023.
23.
Sorry,
oh, and it was a white actress.
White actress.
Who was the highest paid? Lord, that's so tricky. 2023. What was popping in 2023? What movies?
You know her. You know her pretty well. We all know her pretty well.
Oh yeah. Has she been in the game for a long time? Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been in the game.
White actress, someone we know very well. I'm just gonna throw a name out there. Reese Witherspoon?
No. I thought you were gonna do it. Dang. Margot Robbie. Australian.
Girl, what?
Yeah,
she was the highest paid.
Girl, she did Barbie. She's done like didn't she do Hitch? She did like she's pretty
Hitch,
big now.
girl.
That's why she was in Hitch.
That was what's her name?
No, what was the other one she was in with Will Smith?
Gloria. Huh?
She was with Will Smith.
Oh, that movie. I know what you're talking about.
No, what was she in?
It was a new one. I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She was in
the Joker.
Wolf of Wall Street though, yeah.
And the Joker?
Yeah, she was in the Joker, Wolf of Wall Street. Sorry. But I don't feel like she's an old school.
I feel like she's
been around for that long.
I mean, like, I guess for us Australians, she's been in Neighbours.
She was in Neighbours?
She was in Neighbours. I know Margot Robbie from Neighbours.
Girl, you're asking the wrong girl.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. We're moving on. Which organ is responsible for detoxifying chemicals and metabolizing drugs?
Oh, Lord. We did this the other day.
Where?
We did this. I think we were at Shisha.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we. Anyway. So which organ in the body detoxes drugs, basically, yeah? Yep. It's either...
Well, detoxifies chemicals and metabolizing drugs.
Pancreas?
No.
Liver. Lord!
You can't say it's either.
No, it's liver.
Well, yeah, because I said yes.
Oh, you said yes?
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
How many chambers are in the human heart?
4.
Okay, locked in. Yep. Yeah. What is the only mammal that can truly fly?
That can truly fly? Mammal. Oh, that's a good one, actually. A mammal that can truly fly. Damn. What's a mammal that can truly fly? I'm thinking of all the mammals now. Is it like a common animal that people know, though?
Very common.
Very common. Very common, and it can fly. Can you give me another hint of some sort?
If I give you one hint,
Okay.
I'll give it away.
Damn. Okay.
Think of the things that fly.
Okay. I'm thinking, but I'm just thinking birds. Birds they're not
mammals. No,
they're not
birds.
mammals, so I don't know why there's like that can truly fly. I feel like that word truly for some reason is throwing me off. It's like almost like a trick. Is it?
No, because I think what mammals like fake fly? What mammals don't really fly but fly? Or are there any birds? Oh no, I don't know. Is a penguin a mammal?
Oh,
it's not a penguin.
It's
though.
not a penguin, yeah, but no, I thought it was a bird.
Is it a bird?
But it doesn't fly.
It doesn't
what
fly.
What classifies a bird? Actually, we should look into that. Does it have to fly? Because chicken is considered a bird, right?
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't fly.
But chickens can fly.
They cannot.
A little bit.
They try, but they can't. When you try your best and you can't. Anyway, okay, cool. I'm just gonna throw in something. Ostrich.
No.
Absolutely
ostrich.
Not. Yeah.
Is ostrich a man? The ostrich, the big one.
Yeah.
What? It's a bird. It's a bat.
Okay. What the hell?
A bat is a mammal.
Oh, crazy.
Okay.
Yuck.
Which animal is known for having the longest lifespan?
Tortoise?
No.
Which mammal you said?
Which animal?
Which animal? Okay. It's not tortoise. That's wild because tortoise can live. So whale?
Yes, but it's a bowhead whale. I'll give it to you. They can live up to 200 years. It's insane.
And cockroaches.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Yeah,
I hate cockroaches.
Cockroaches are the grossest.
Okay. In the International Morse code, which letter is represented by a single dot?
Ooh. A.
No.
Absolutely not.
E. Okay.
Okay.
What is the world's largest island?
Australia.
Incorrect.
Wow.
Yeah,
Antarctica?
I thought it was no.
Okay. Iceland?
It's done. It's done. Greenland. It's done. Okay.
I was gonna get there.
Last question.
Okay.
And I hope you get this because shout out to the people in New Zealand.
Okay.
What is the capital city of New Zealand?
Oh man. That's really embarrassing.
It's okay. Just take a guess.
I'm not from here.
There's like three mains.
Three mains. Okay.
Or two even.
New Zealand. Let me lock in. Wait. New Zealand. Why can't I think of any city in New Zealand now? It's three main ones you said? I'm thinking of the name New Zealand, and you know how they say it? Aotearoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You said I'm cultured. I don't know the right name.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, okay, let me it's on the tip of my tongue, but I really can't think of it. I give up. Sorry.
Wellington. Shout out to my NZ people.
Sorry, y'all. Can you edit that and then make me answer that? Put the answer in my mouth.
Change my voice.
Wellington. All right. Shout
Incorrect.
out to New Zealand. Sorry, y'all.
Sorry. That's a.
Y'all just have to invite me over so I can learn more about your culture. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you said it in their native tongue.
Oh yeah.
Did you even?
Yeah.
We need more New Zealand people to be in Australia anyway to kind of like mix with us. I feel like we don't have enough around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah,
to be honest, it was either Wellington or Auckland.
Oh, girl, see what I'm saying? Like I completely
either, but I would have said
out.
Auckland.
Yeah.
Because Auckland, I think, is like the main character. I think Wellington. It's like like Melbourne and Canberra.
Dang.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knew that it was Canberra?
Because a lot of people, I still think like outside of Australia, they think
it's either Sydney or Melbourne.
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah. I remember a lot of people in Korea.
Yeah.
They would say Sydney.
Because Sydney's like the fireworks. Everything happens in Sydney.
Or the Harbour House.
True. Yeah,
Sydney
and the Opera House.
What did I say? Harbour House? I
think you meant the Harbour Bridge. Harbour Bridge and the Opera House.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you got 4 out of 9.
Oof.
That's all right. Better luck next time.
Oh, dang.
You know?
Guys, it's either I'm on a good vibe or I'm not. I feel like
you said
today
I was feeling good. You said I'm feeling good today.
I'm feeling good, but not a quiz, I guess. Sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway,
all right.
that was fun.
It was a hard one, to be honest. I feel like general knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like general knowledge
is not general.
Well, it is general, but I mean like it's just so broad. So you either sometimes there will be a set of questions that you just know or you don't.
All right.
Okay.
Halloween season, sis.
Yes.
Do you celebrate Halloween?
Not really, to be honest.
Neither.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Because you grew up in Dubai.
I did.
Were they doing that there, or it's very
Absolutely
like
not.
haram?
No, haram.
Yeah.
Straight up haram. But when I first came to Australia, I remember I thought like every Western country was the same.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, surely they celebrate it here. And I always watched it on TV. So I was like, we can finally do it. And I remember I was in year 10.
Yeah.
And I literally forced my friends pretty much to dress up. And we went trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. And we were, mind you, 15 or 16. So that was already too grown.
Yeah.
But still.
It's still cute.
Yeah, it was still cute. And we dressed up and we went. And there's some people in the area that partook and they gave us actual candy. But some people were like, we don't celebrate. And they gave us like bananas.
Me and were your family doing that? Bananas?
No.
That's what I'm saying. We used to look out the window. We'd see the kids coming and we'd be like, yeah, nah. Just like, because you can see who's knocking on your door and we just check, like, is it someone we know or the kids trick-or-treating? Like, why are you trick-or-treating?
Oh, man.
No. I'm trying to think if my mum ever got, like, candy or chocolates, whatever, to give them. I feel like maybe a couple times.
Really?
I don't know, actually. I can't remember it.
I
feel like I remember kids used to come on my, because we have a lot of I lived in a court. It was very family court. Yeah, everyone there was just like small kids or like our age, which was we were about the same age, like 15.
Yeah.
When I used to see all the kids coming around. So I can't remember. I have to ask my mom.
Yeah, but that's really interesting if she did do that because it's very not part of Habesha culture.
At all.
Yeah.
If she did, it would have been once, and maybe it would have been because the other people did it. But I can't remember. I just remember people trick or treating on my street, and I did it once as well.
Yeah.
But we did it, and we were just like let's go do like nick knocking.
Yeah. What's nick knocking?
What do you call it? We like just like like you knock on people's door and run.
Oh.
What do you call it?
What I've heard it on TV, but I've never like known about it before. Is it?
Knock down ginger or something like that.
Dine and dash. That's different.
No. We called it nick knocking, but I don't know what people. I know there's another word for it, but yeah, we used to do that. Yeah, so we just go out just for fun. But I don't think I ever went. No, I never went like trick or treating. I just don't think Halloween culture is a thing in Australia. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed, which is a shame because I feel like when I always watch the American movies, I love like scary stuff. I was telling Wintana this earlier. That I feel like anything, I do get scared. I definitely do, but I just find it so entertaining, like getting scared, spicy food, roller coasters, all that thrill. The thrill.
Guys, I hate scary stuff. I used to like watching scary movies, hate them. I used to enjoy like documentaries and kind of like crime stuff. Yeah. Makes me uncomfortable.
Really?
Like I don't like even I just don't like it because it makes me uncomfortable. Even things, and it affects me. Like I walk away. I remember I watched Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah.
Milena, my sister moved out around that time. I was like, please, Lydia, please just tonight, let's just go home together. She's like, stop pissing me off, Intana. Stop pissing me off. Like I was so paranoid. Like I don't like it. I remember when I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer series.
That was dark. I will say that.
Sis,
the documentary.
I live on my own.
Yeah.
I had no business watching this. The way I'd be sleeping and then in the middle of the night, like you know how house noises. The way I'll just get up. I will wake up. I've had on my mom's life like maybe 2 times where I would jump out of bed.
Oh my days.
I get so scared. I don't like it.
I will say I don't think I would watch it by myself. So you're brave for even trying to do that.
It was just like I don't know why I did that. I regret it. But
do you ever like when you watch something scary though, do you follow it up with something light?
No,
that helps.
I
that
don't.
helps.
I
Try
don't
that
actually.
next time. If you end up watching something, watch like a chick flick or something.
Yeah.
And then you'll forget about it.
I mean, I don't know if I'll forget about it.
Or at least you'll be able to sleep better.
I think it was my sister. She came over and she used my dishwasher. So this is after I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. Okay. And she so I always put my like forks, the cutlery in the in the dishwasher how there's like places for the basket for your
utensils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put that there. Mm-hmm. She put it. Sometimes there's a little tray. So she put them there. And I just remember I couldn't find all my cutlery for such a long time. And I just watched the series. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Do you understand the fear in my body. It was so irrational. Can you imagine? And then it was just like weeks would like couple weeks passed, and it was done. Like the fear is gone. But I'm like, what happened to that cutlery? You know, what happened to my? Yeah, man, I can't. I can't watch that.
You're probably looking for it to try and protect yourself.
Looking like where's not even to protect myself, like peace of mind. Like where's my cutlery? Where's my?
I thought it was because you wanted a weapon.
No. There was obviously like proper knives in the knife block, but I'm just thinking of like. Yeah, where did it go? Thing. And we just watched this guy was such a creep. He would just do such. Facts. So I didn't like it, and it got me.
That's so funny.
I was just thinking of like all the scary stories. I don't know if you've ever heard people talk about like paranormal activity stories or things that have. Have you ever had that? Anyone tell you about stories that freak you out?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Freaks me out. Yeah. Wait, are we gonna be spooked out? No, we won't. No, because we're together.
The sun's out.
Yeah, sun's out.
First of all, we're together, you and I don't know how this combination could never beat anyone. Like,
guys, please also, if you want to see Wintana go through a haunted house,
no,
put it in the comments because I really want to see that. No. Okay, I do have
a side story. My friends took me there one time.
Which one? There's a haunted
Bandura.
Oh, like an actual haunted house?
An actual haunted house. And because they kept asking me, like, can we go to one? Can we go to one? I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So then they were like, one day, okay, Wintana, let's go to High Point. I'm like, cool, let's go.
Oh, no.
I'm in the back, like, oh, guys, pass me. I remember specifically being like, pass me the lip gloss. Like, I'm thinking we're about to eat Lazy Mo's, a mad meal. I'm like, sitting there. And then I'm just... Sometimes I feel like I'm a bit fezzaz, like my mind, like I just feel like I don't pay attention sometimes, right? So I'm just sitting, looking out the window. In my mind, I'm like, it's driving so long to High Point, you know? And then I look out the window and I see a sign. You know how there's like, it'll be like Bandura Medical Center or something around the area. So I'm like, Bandura, 1 + 1 = 2. I'm like, you guys are actually crazy. You've lost your minds to think that I'm going to get out of this car. And they start laughing. What happens when we pull up to the haunted house and they leave? Now I'm in the car by myself. What? I'm coming with you. Like, don't leave me.
Yeah.
And it was just,
Girl,
anyway.
And then what? You guys went through the house?
We went through the house and it was just so scary. Like, I remember 3 of us, And this is what I mean. This is why I don't like this stuff. Because did I see something or did I see something because they saw something? You know what I mean?
That's why it's so fun.
And I'm looking and they're like, do you guys see that?
Oh, no.
Do you guys see? And it was like everyone seeing like a man in a suit.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, I don't see anything.
So you didn't or you
didn't. And the more I look, they're like, are you Wintana? Look. And it's a corridor. It's like, it's a haunted asylum, basically. It used to be
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it was a medical
facility.
Best mom. Like, why are we there?
Yeah, that's a lot.
And obviously, I'm just seeing it because they're seeing it. This is why I feel like, I don't know, it was just creepy. We just ran out. We left. I was just mad.
Oh my
God.
Girl, I would be too, to be honest. Like, if someone says to me, like, I'm not doing it, I'm not going to force them. That's ridiculous.
Why are you
Yeah, that's a lot because you can really traumatize people. For real. This is, you know,
and you have no choice. Like, who's going to sit in the car when you're telling me this is a haunted asylum? Like, sorry.
But Bandura and High Point is a big jump. Like,
do you know what though? Because we come when you're coming from the west and you're just on the freeway. No, you're just on the freeway. So you're just on, like, sometimes you're just like, okay. And also like, when I go to High Point, I hang around. Like, I'm not usually with them at High Point, so I'm thinking maybe they just take a different route, you know. So
that's sneaky.
I'm just not thinking.
Are you still friends?
Yeah. Okay. Homegirls, love them, but I hate you guys for that.
That's crazy. That kind of reminds me of a time that I willingly decided to go with. Shout out to Rosado. Because we're both into, me and my friend, we were both into scary stuff. So there was 3 of us, and we're like, let's go check out this haunted asylum for real. And this is what I'm saying. I do get scared, but I still want to go do it. So I'm like, let's go. So we were in the car. It was late night. As soon as we pulled up, I really regretted it. I was like, you know what? Never mind. This is getting too real.
You're allowing spirits into your life. That's how I see it.
You're right.
You know? And I don't know if it's like the Habesha in me or like the Christian in me.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just feel like even them saying they see something, I didn't see it. And now I'm seeing it. What is this thing that I'm seeing?
Facts.
Like, I don't want to, I'm sorry, I don't like it. But I wanted to hear about some of the stories that you've heard.
Well, I remember, there's 2 stories that come to mind. I'll quickly run through them. But the first one that I thought of was I grew up in Dubai, and we used to all live in apartments. And growing up in Dubai, it was very normal for people to have like maids. You'd have a maid that would take care of like the kids because both the parents usually were working. And my friend had this maid, okay? And we knew her for a long time, whatever. And so this happened to my friend. And one night she was sleeping, and then suddenly the maid wakes up to go to the toilet, okay? And then she sees my friend's mom wearing like, if you don't know, do you know abaya, right?
Yeah.
Abaya and stuff. So it's like the traditional, like Arabs, I guess, wear it more than Muslims, I would say. But it's a traditional wear, and she's wearing it. And usually in Dubai, it's normal for you to wear that when you're heading out. So she was wearing it, and then the maid was like half asleep. And she's like, she kind of tried to say something, but she's like, she wakes up to go to the toilet. She's obviously half asleep. And then she sees the mom.
So the maid's wearing the abaya?
No. The maid wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet. And as she's heading to the toilet, she sees the mom. The mom's wearing abaya as if she's heading out somewhere. Okay? So the maid is like half asleep. She's like, oh, like, you know, trying to say, are you okay? Do you need something? And then she didn't really hear, like she didn't respond, or it's just like mumbling or something. So the maid just didn't take it too serious, went to the toilet, went back to her room. The next day, okay, when she went back from the toilet, nobody was there. Okay, so she just thought, oh, maybe the mom left. She had to run an errand or something. She did think it was a bit weird in the middle of the night, but she didn't question it. Goes back to bed. Then the next day, she has a conversation with the mom. She's like, hey, what happened? Like, did you need something in the middle of the night? Like, sorry, I was half asleep. Did you need anything? Mom's like, what are you talking about?
This mom. That's what I'm saying. I knew this was coming.
And the mom's like, I was literally asleep. I don't know what you're talking about.
See what I mean? I could not. I have to leave. I have to fight. I have to quit.
Why?
I have to quit. Like, what does that even mean? Now what? There's a ghost in your house. Like, what is that? A spirit?
I don't know, girl. But the crazy thing was, that wasn't the first time that things had happened in that building. So that was not the first story that they had heard, which is why it makes them believe that there was actually potentially spirits. I don't know.
You know, so it just freaks me out. There was a story that my cousin like told me.
Okay.
Years ago. They moved out of home.
Okay.
And they used to live so they moved out of home really young.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine like a group of teenagers, girls, and they were living in this house, and they're all, I'm talking anywhere between 14 and 16, right? And she told me this story one day, and she's like, it would just freak me out. Lord. She was sleeping, and basically what happened was one of the sisters woke up, the blanket fell off her. And she's like, there used to be this like motherly figure, like an older woman who was there, and she just picked it up and she put it on her. And she fell asleep again. And she's like, I don't know how to describe, I don't know what to tell you. Another time they were all sitting in the living room, and it was like, they all see the same face.
Well, they're open. Their eyes
sitting
are open
together. Yeah,
they're awake and everything.
Awake, and they're all sitting there, and they're just all three of them. I think 3 or 4 of them. They just see the same face, like laughing.
Oh Lord! All right, cool.
Screaming and ran. Can you imagine? I think I would faint.
Girl,
I think I would faint.
I would faint and laugh about it later, but I would faint. But you know the thing that's scary about that is when you're awake and alert, there's no explaining it. Like if you're half asleep, you can kind of even play with your mind.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's actually there.
That's something else.
You know,
like, you need to really.
That's what I'm saying. I would just bless the leave. I actually just leave the house. It's time to go. Yeah. I remember I used to go down like a rabbit hole on TikTok, and then I just get freaked out. I'm like, stop it.
On TikTok, kids, that would be the scariest.
Yeah, have you seen how on TikTok they say that the babies can see spirits?
Yeah, I've heard.
Right,
that.
or like kids and things like that. So I remember there was a video. There's so many of them. They'll be like, Lord. They'll just be looking, and then the woman, one time this girl was with her grandma, and she was like, the man.
Oh, I think I've seen
and
this.
And she's like, what are you saying? She's like freaking out. You know, she's like, what are you saying? The man, she's like, go away, man. Go away. She, get up now. You're freaking me out. She grabs the kid.
Mama, a girl behind you.
And one time after I went on like just a doom scroll of that, I was with my little cousin holding her.
Yeah.
And she's doing, one day we're all chilling. It was like a family get together.
Yeah.
And I was just holding her, and she just starts looking up. I'm just like closing her eyes. I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because
oh my gosh.
no.
But you know, in that same
name,
sentiment,
no.
I've heard that like spirits, and again, whatever you believe or don't believe, I've heard that spirits don't harm or they don't necessarily harm kids or animals.
It doesn't matter, we're not kids or animals.
Facts. But then like we're holding them. I don't know. I just feel like in a way we're protected.
Yeah, but am I gonna have a baby on me every time? Like I don't like the idea that I don't like it, Milena.
No,
it's so
true.
creepy.
It's scary. It is creepy. It's really scary. And honestly, it's very not Christian of me to be into it. I will say that. But
in what way? When you say you're into it, like you're intrigued by it, or what do you mean?
It's just entertaining. It's
not entertaining.
It is because the fear. It's like it's an adrenaline thing. You know, you feel like you're just shitting yourself, and then later on you can talk about it and laugh about it. Obviously, if you make it out,
if you make it out. If you, you remind me of Casey. We used to go like watch horror movies.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and she would like laugh hysterically when something scary would. I'm sitting there like,
oh my days,
and she's just laughing. She's so stupid. Did you see the way that part? I'm like, get out of my face. Actually, get out of my face. I'm dying here right now.
Wait, are you scared of the gore as well?
I think for me, gory stuff. When like there's a lot of action and gore, it just I don't.
It's silly.
It's silly, yeah, and I don't find it interesting. I think it's more the suspense of things. I like thrillers, psychological thrillers. I think that's like what I can handle because it's kind of interesting.
That's
wild.
Like, where is that going to go? That's scarier.
It's scary, but it's not like, I don't know. It's different. It's not like when we watched that movie, and you said you watched it too. The most recent scary movie.
Oh, the guy, James McAvoy?
Yes.
Shout out to James McAvoy.
Oh, she really has a crush on him right there. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
That wasn't like scary for me.
No evil.
I'm talking like Smile. I think it's like it makes me feel like it's satanic and it's like very
supernatural
paranormal stuff. I don't like it.
That makes sense.
The Grudge.
Yeah. The Ring.
What's the other one? I don't like it anyway. It kind of creeps me out.
No, I hear that. I feel like that's because I feel like the movie Speak No Evil, he was just a psycho, like serial killer, which is scary. I feel like that's pretty realistic, and that can be even more scary sometimes. I feel like that's more scary to me because that's realistic, you know? Like they could actually be a serial killer that could trap you.
I don't know. Yeah, but maybe
But I think because paranormal stuff, you can't explain it. It can be very freaky.
It can, because I think the difference with that stuff, right, the thriller stuff, it's situations like, for example, that movie that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I will never, ever, ever, ever go to a family's house
that you don't know.
That I don't know. Why would I go there? Why would I ever put myself in that situation?
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, I feel like you can be hyper vigilant. There's ways to like avoid these scenarios.
Yep.
So they're more realistic, but I know I'm not going to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Paranormal activity, I have no control over what is around me.
True.
That freaks me out.
That's true. I never thought of it that way, and that's a good point. Now you got me thinking like, maybe I need to rethink about what I watch.
Pray. I say when I go into my house, every time I always pray. I just pray, and especially if I'm freaking, I'm like basma'am. For people that don't know, it means like it's in Jesus. In basma'am means like my God in Jesus' name. Yeah. And I just say it so from my heart, like God, please.
I feel like we learned that from our. Did your mom do that?
Yeah.
My mom, every time she turns on the light in the house,
basma'am. When we start driving, sometimes basma'am. Yeah. So.
God's
very creepy. God's got us, honestly. The next thing I wanted to move on to anyway, something more light.
Yes.
Is the Keke Palmer and SZA movie that's coming out. It's called One of Them Days.
Yes.
And it was produced by Issa Rae, Miss Issa Rae. We love her here. And written by Sarita Singleton.
Okay.
I freaked out when I saw that movie with the trailer.
Yes.
Because it was just like, this is just, number one, people compared it to Friday. They said it's like the modern day Friday.
Oh, really?
And when I was watching that, when I was watching the trailer, I was thinking the same thing. Because it's basically like Friday is like a long day of just shit happening. And it's like they're just trying to get. I'm pretty sure they're just trying to get paid, or they like
owed money.
They owed money and they needed to dodge Debo. Yeah. And so that's what was happening. They needed to make a payment, but also I think at one point they're like, oh shit, this person's trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is giving me Friday.
Yeah, I love that.
But first of all, I love Keke Palmer and SZA. Like we love SZA. I didn't know she was even in her acting bag, and you mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
But I think it was just like. I think Issa Rae just always produces really relatable series, similar to the even though it was, what was that one called?
With
the other one, kind of it was supposed to be like a remake of the City Girl story. The other
City
one,
Girl story.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, it was a good one.
Okay,
but basically, she just makes, obviously Insecure was a hit. We loved Insecure, and this is that. It's like two girls. They're figuring it out.
Facts.
They're trying to get the next paycheck, and they're just like running into shit the whole time.
And like just branching off what you said, she makes relatable stuff, but refreshing. Like it's refreshing to see Black people in a different way, where it's not always. I don't know. There's always this like one way that they're written, but 100%. I feel like this Issa Rae makes them like a little bit awkward, a little bit alternative, a little bit like getting into trouble, getting into different kinds of trouble that you wouldn't see traditionally, I guess,
and
in
also,
a lot of Black movies.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because she also, even with I feel like Black characters are always seen as like struggling, and they're struggling, but it's not like, oh, we need, like, it's a struggle that she's still lining up to get a corporate job. Okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like, these are the modern day struggles that we're going through, not like the hardship and the struggle, and you're coming from like slavery or like that, broken homes and this and that. This is just like the economic crisis is hitting us hard. And we're educated, we're like smart women, and we're just going through shit.
And we're just trying to get the bag.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, oh my God. I just, first of all, I just love that whole like concept, the concept of it.
Yes.
But then I was like, Milena, and if you guys knew this duo, it's so funny, because I feel like Milena and I were always trying to talk about the next hustle. Like, babe, what are we doing? How are we going to get this money? What are we, and it's always like, okay, we should try this and we should try that. But I was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the hustle. About it.
First of all, I'm super excited for this movie coming out.
Yeah, same.
Wintana was the one that put me onto the trailer. She's like, watch it if you haven't.
Yeah.
I love Keke Palmer. I think the same way that you love Issa.
Yeah.
I feel like Keke Palmer is that girl for me, girl. Yeah. So just seeing her, I was like, all right, I'm ready for her. And then SZA, surprisingly, and just watching the trailer, again, I could already connect to a lot of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And trying to hustle.
Yeah.
And just trying to figure out, like, I think what was most relatable as well is like, if you don't want to do the traditional route of just getting a 9-to-5 job, like, what sort of things
what else is available to you, and like
doing to get the bag.
Exactly. And I think sometimes it's always like, oh, I don't know, it's this concept of like, I want to do my own thing, and that's not necessarily the case when it's like not wanting to do the traditional 9-to-5.
Yeah.
I think there's so many ways that you can get money. And there's so many ways that you can like diversify skills you already have.
Yeah.
But and I feel like that's what we're always talking about. Like, what else can we do? What else can we do? But that was one thing that made me laugh, was like when she was like, I can give you $70 a bag for your blood.
For your blood. Oh yeah.
So they're really trying to get this money, and then one of the hustles was like, all right, let's donate blood.
Yeah.
And it just you know what it reminded me of? I feel like this is the equivalent, is surveys.
Oh my God. Please.
I wanted to ask you, what are the craziest hustles that you've done? Like, like, can you give me a list of things that you've done?
Craziest hustles. Okay. All right. I think, first of all, the survey thing, I actually did that very recently.
Can you explain that?
Okay, so surveys are basically where you can sign up and you can make a little profile, and you sometimes just participate in research. So research type, it could be different types of surveys, like, I don't know, just to do with shopping, to do with, I guess, spending. It could be random things like that. It just depends what type of surveys you qualify for. And I signed up for a bunch of them because I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok of side hustles to make quick money. Because it really is like that. Sometimes you just need it quick.
That's literally, because I did surveys one time too, and I'm like, I need money now.
Like just now, little bit. I don't got time to sign up and not sign up. I don't have time to send in my resume and all this stuff. I just want a quick little, spending money.
Couple change,
basically. Couple change. So surveys, and I signed up. Tell me why. I've done maybe 2. And I gave up.
That's why I was gonna ask you, how'd you go? Because I remember, I think I tapped out when they said it was pennies, sis, for one survey.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm like, at least, you know what I mean? Like, make
20.
it make sense. Yeah,
20.
Give me 20.
Yeah,
I can sit there and do like couple
20.
Give me 20.
Yeah.
But like, it was like a couple of dollars. Not even.
Mine was, I think the most I made was $7.
Yeah, I said, when I saw that, I was like, this is not the quick money that I need. I need money.
I'm still freaking like connected to that, so they keep sending me survey waiting for you survey. I'm like, leave me alone.
Octopus.
Yeah, it's octopus. Oh my god.
They have people in it. Anyway, I think it's a scam. I think the survey stuff is a scam.
Yeah?
Yeah, like what is that? What
mean,
like how much change? Like I don't
you
know.
have to, I think, just be doing it like a lot. You have to be doing a few at least a day to make it make sense every day. Because this guy that I was watching on TikTok, I can't remember him, so I can't shout him out. But shout out to you if you know who you are. It's and he was doing different platforms, and he was doing multiple surveys a day.
How much was he
unemployed.
making?
I mean, I think by the end of the month he made like a couple hundred. So I think at the end of the month it would make sense if you're doing it every day, but it's just a lot to do.
Wait, at the end of the day he was making a couple hundred, or at the end of the month? That's what I'm saying. That's not normal.
But that's not his only hustle. That's just extra cash to his other hustles. You get me? So you just have to make it make sense to you, and you have to be willing to do like multiple surveys a day at least to make it work. Unless you need like, I don't know, I want to buy coffee, but come on.
Yeah, no.
To do that is wild.
I'm not doing.
Yeah,
I just think,
or to buy like a meal.
No,
crazy.
Because for me, the way I see it is like the amount of time that it takes to get it done, just to get this much money. Like I feel like that could be, my time could be used somewhere else.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
The annoying thing about Octopus Group, okay, I have no problem naming and shaming.
Yeah,
is like a lot of the time you don't even qualify for it. It will be like, oh, survey waiting for you. You go and do it, and then halfway through the survey, it'll be like, oh, sorry, you don't qualify. So why did I spend 10 minutes doing this?
Where am I? No, that's what I'm saying. It's a waste of time.
So it might be a scam. You're right, to some degree. But there's that. What else did I do when I first came to Australia again? I remember like in Dubai. I don't know how it is now, but back then the working age is 18. So when I came to Australia, I was like 15. So I found out you could work when you're like 14 years and 9 months.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, lit. Let's get into it. And I think I came. I didn't start yet at McDonald's and stuff because of visa, but I was like, let me do something a little like cash in hand situation. And then I was a newspaper girl.
Wait, what?
That was the first
delivering door to door?
Delivering.
No way.
Ask me how long I lasted.
How long did you last?
2 damn weeks. And how long did I actually do it? 1 week.
What
the 2 weeks was just to get rid of the remaining like shit that was in my house, girl.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that stuff is not for the weak, first of all. So I don't know how.
Were you on a bike or you were just walking door to door?
Walking, because I didn't know how to ride a bike. So, girl, what was frustrating to me was I felt like that job used to always look so endearing to me on TV when we'd watch it in American movies. We're like, oh my God, you're riding your bike in these like suburban homes and you're throwing newspapers. Easy. But no, they don't talk about when it's raining, when it's in the middle of the night, and you still have to deliver brochures.
Girl,
so my house was full of freaking newspapers and brochures. And in the end, shout out to my mom and my brother. They had to be the ones to help me because we were in the rain, girl. We didn't have a car this time. And we were just walking umbrella and we're just putting brochures. And my mom's like, don't ever sign up for this shit again.
How much were you getting paid?
Girl, maybe like I made maybe 200 max.
Over 2 weeks?
For 2 weeks of every single day. And you don't know how many brochures. It was like a mountain in my living room. So that was the first ever job. And I was like, this was cute for
2 weeks.
Facts.
That's insane. I didn't know you did that.
That was the first ever job. And then it's not even worth mentioning because it was only 2 weeks. That's why I was like, let's not talk about that again or never do that.
What else did you do?
I feel like that one was probably like the most randomest. I mean, of course, I'm always considering feet pics, but you know that.
Sometimes every now and then I just test my morals and I'm like, I don't know.
Should we? Yeah, it's not happening.
I'm not down
Sorry,
bad
y'all.
yet. Yeah. But you know what I mean? If you might you might
shout out to the people that do. Mad props to you, but I don't think
I can do it. I don't think I'm there yet.
Same.
But I was thinking about my jobs and I was like, okay, I've done every job.
I feel like you've done more than me, sis.
Girl. So I'll be doing things like I started off. My first job was McDonald's. Shout out to Mickey D's. That was my first job. 14 and 9 months, I got that job. Period. Yeah. What else did I do? So
How
I did
long did you last in McDonald's?
Girl, this is such an embarrassing confession for me.
Why?
Because I didn't last that long. I think I lasted like about a year.
That's pretty good, girl, because I was about 2 years.
I did a year. I hated it. Hated it. And then I moved to I think I worked at an ice cream shop. And I worked at at Hair House Warehouse.
Oh yes, I remember.
I did a little bit of that, and then basically what happened was after that I went back to I was at a pizza shop. Okay. All right. And then what happened was I was in there. I was just trying to get the money.
Yeah.
And I remember what happened. basically I left that job because I was in year 12, the pizza job. And I was like, I need to focus on exams, da. And then I couldn't get a job after that. Right. Damn. And so the only job I could go back to was McDonald's. The only one that, because I'm like, let me just put this application anyway. And I was like, I can't believe I'm going backwards. And I think I was like 18 or something. So I did it. I was there and I was at Pancake Parlor. I did a lot of hospitality. Then I did retail.
Wow.
I worked in like call center. I did warehouse for one day.
Oh yeah.
So basically what happened was I graduated, right? And I'm like, okay, let me get into marketing. And I did. But then I wanted to find something more flexible because I'm like, I don't want to be like doing 9 to 5. I don't like this thing. I need something part-time, but I need something that's going to work with I'm just focused on what's going to work with my schedule because really these jobs are just here to pay me.
Facts.
I broke down. Damn. I did warehouse for one day, and it was like there was like a shout out to the people in warehouse that do that stuff. Like it is so hard. I just remember I went to the bathroom and I literally was like there was so much running and lifting and this. I'm just a girl. Like I'm really just a girl. I'm just like a little marketing girl. Like I can't be out here doing this. You know what I mean? Like it's mentally draining. It was not even mentally, physically. Like physically just, I'm like, this is too early. Lord. In my mind, this is what I do. I not even romanticize, but I'll put something in my head and I'm like, yeah. If I'm working from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m., no, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 4 a.m. to 10 a.m., that means I go home, I can relax for a little bit, and then I have a whole day to do this. Then I sleep early, I wake, like, girl, you're not doing that because you got there. Who's running and picking things up at 4 a.m.? Not me. Not me.
But you tried it.
One
so
day,
we proud.
I didn't even finish today. I was like, I go home and then I just messaged. I go to my sister. I broke down. I think I finished at like just a little bit earlier.
Okay.
And I was like, Lydia, I can't go back. She's like, fuck it, don't go back. You know, I'm like, okay. And I just messaged the guy. I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry, but like this is not for me. And this is not, I can't come back to this. And then they paid me or whatever. I did that. But it also made me remember like, I've had this like mentality from when I was really young. Yeah. And I remember back in the day, me and all the girls, we used to find, it was just always like, how can we make money? How can we make money? And I want to go back to like how that, like where that influence comes from, you know, because obviously like there's a quick buck and then there's like long term that I'm kind of now thinking about. Which is more important and which makes more sense. But anyway, so we used to do this thing and it was so funny where we would, and again, I'm tying it back to the whole Keke Palmer thing. Yeah. We were trying to find a quick dollar, right? And we used to work at the Melbourne show. So this is high school time. Wow. Or, and just out of high school, the races. So whenever there was like a big event happening, everyone's like, all right, guys, like there's there's specific companies that hire people. So I'm pretty sure it was like a deco and programmed or something. And basically, it's the funniest thing because I would get like, let's say I get training or I get through, my application goes through. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, cool, this is the number for training, call them and like figure out your timetable. I will send that number to you and 5 other girls. And then they'll be like, hi, I'm just calling for my training. Da-da-da. So they've skipped the whole process. Next thing I know, why all the homegirls in the training situation?
If you need to know something about Wintana, she's a girl through and through.
And everyone, it's not even just me, it's all the other girls putting people on too. Like everyone's in and it's so funny because you're making a quick 2K in 4 days. Yeah, the races. Shout out to the races. But they'll do that. Actually, I think they do. They do. Okay. You work at like anyway. So there's all these things and it just made me die because it's just funny how we're all just like trying to finesse and make that money. And I just feel like this movie is really
about that,
like a representation of that. That's what makes me laugh. But yeah, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say like, I think for me now that I think about it, I wasn't about the quick money until later in life, like now. I feel like back then, for some reason, I was more patient, I think, when I was younger than now, in a weird way, in like some ways, I guess. Because I didn't have like, I didn't go through a lot of like, hustles like that. It was more like I would last in places for a while, even if I hated it, because I was like, I just felt like I needed the job, I needed that money, even though I really didn't at that time, you know, not the way I would need it now because I was living at home. I didn't really have other responsibilities. What I was studying, so like chill out, you know. So I told you like I had worked at McDonald's, but I lasted 2 years or something, 2 years plus. I would always take my friend, shout out to Yasmin, would work there as well. Yeah. And she would always give me your shifts, because I was always willing to just like do what I needed to do, I guess, to last in somewhere where I didn't think that option of like I could leave and just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I always thought like every job I got, I had to stay in it. Yeah. And I think that is stemming from my like I guess growing up, like family and that whole scarcity mindset. I think of our family being like, you have to stick it out and hustle and just like build a career from whatever job, despite they don't talk enough about how there's such a thing as like emotional capability or mental capability within a job, and how if it affects you, you can quit and you can move on and you can do other things, and not like just because you left that job doesn't mean you're never going to get another job again, you know? And I think that is coming from a lot of the time what our parents still till this day are willing to go through to just stick it out,
just stick it out, and
which isn't fair.
Exactly. And it's also like, again, like you said, I think it's the scarcity mindset. Like they come from situations and backgrounds where they just don't have that stability. Yeah. And so for them, like, especially for me growing up, my dad has always been like, he's very much like a hustler.
Survival
you know what
mode.
I mean? It's survival mode. It's about getting the money. It's about stacking up. It's all. And so for him, with me, he's always kind of instilled that, like, you need to make sure you're good. You need to make sure you have, and it's not even about money. Like, there's no love for money, but it's like money gives you the access to be able to the freedom
well,
and to be able to do the things that you need to do, to invest, to do this. And so for me, I'm always thinking that's like, I feel like my mindset goes to that, but also I have to remember that they come from a time and like a situation where it wasn't safe, it wasn't stable. Absolutely. And it's so different for us. And it's like when you operate in that same, like, when you take in that same mindset of just like the scarcity mindset, or you're not really living.
When you take that mindset but apply it to the world now,
it's not reality.
Sense.
It's not your reality. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like they really lived in it. It's different to experience trauma firsthand, but I feel like we've just taken it in and internalized it.
Absolutely.
And I think for me now, I feel like I've moved over more to, like, I'm starting to understand more like the importance of like long-term relationships and sustaining things, so that, you know, it's not about now, but what you do now is you're going to reap the benefits later. And that comes with patience. It's so frustrating because it's like putting a lot of work into something and not seeing the instant gratification, like the benefit. Obviously we're programmed to instant gratification. I need that now. You know what I mean? That was my time. This is my money. And I think it's good to balance both for sure. But I feel like now I'm trying to at least see perspective and like see the other side of it too,
and
because
see the bigger picture as opposed to like, okay, this second I'm gonna get like this paycheck next week and it's gonna pay these bills and that, which is real, like that's real, but it's also, okay, what about the future? What about my generational wealth? What about my kids?
What's happening there?
What are we gonna do about that? And I feel like waiting for that next paycheck, it could be pulled right from under you. And that's the thing that they don't talk about enough as well, because our parents will be, at least my experience is like, my parents will be like, stick it out in this job, but they don't realize how quickly that job could be taken away from me. And they don't, I feel like I wasn't really prepared for what happens after. I was just more scared of like losing the job, which I don't know. I just want to kind of put it out there more. And I try to, in myself and the people that come after me, just know that it's not the end of the world, and you're going to have there's so many other opportunities. There's going to be other jobs. There's going to be other people that are willing to give you a better work environment. Yeah. You know, you don't need to stick it out and suffer in silence. So
I think also we need to learn about like financial literacy. Like we need to go.
And budgeting.
It's not, yeah. I think that's like the conversation. Even when we went to that conference yesterday, shout out to Signature Events. And the guy was talking about investing and housing and all that stuff, like real estate. Yeah. I just feel like we are so, have you seen that meme? And it's like when black people get the salary expectation for the job and they're like already on the calculator like that. That is me.
That is and me it's too. Like, oh my god.
You know, it's like I'm so focused on like what the figure is going to be, what my like how much am I getting paid? Yeah. And it's like great. That's good for now. And but like you said, it can get taken from you so or easily. Your situation can change. And it's like, how are we investing that money back into ourselves or our, like, you know, your community or whatever, for your family, for your future? Like, what are you doing with that money? Like, you get it. Yeah, it might be a high salary now. But again, if you're not saving that or doing anything, actually, we've only been told to save. We've only been told save. Okay, you're stacking up your bank account, but it's like, where is that? What is that looking like? And
even talking about like the high interest bank accounts, I don't know nothing about that, and I still feel like I'm not well versed in it like I should be as an adult ish.
Neither. I mean,
which is wild because It's very like just a broad statement of save.
Yeah.
Save money and then what?
And then what?
And what if I die tomorrow? What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
That money's just gonna be sitting in my like bank account doing what? So I don't know. I think definitely, there needs to be better financial literacy. Accessible to our community.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know the way white people be operating. I just feel like they have more conversations about it than we do.
Yeah. 100%. But also they're more educated.
Or other,
they have
I wouldn't
more
say
access
just white
as
people,
well.
I guess. Just
other ethnicities. Yeah. But that's, I just feel like what you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
So it's like we have to learn it now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I need to bring on some like finance gurus. Yeah. Finance gurus, hit me up if you guys want to come on and teach us a thing or two, because the girls need to know.
And we're trying to learn. Yeah.
All right, next segment is called Bitter or Sweet. I know you know this game. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give myself one.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple scenarios and you're going to rate them bitter or sweet.
Okay.
First one.
Ooh, yep.
Bitter or sweet, spending money on experiences versus saving it.
Man, this is too real. Oh, you know what? Right now, I'm just gonna go with my state of mind right now.
Spending money on experiences is sweet for you?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, how about you?
I think for my right now, I'm gonna say bitter.
Interesting.
Because I feel like I've been doing that for a while.
Oh yeah.
I've been on this mindset of like, let's just enjoy. Just enjoy. Yes, sis.
Okay,
I feel like even if it's like, okay, I don't want to splurge. Okay, what can I do that makes sense to spend it still? I think I had this when I was younger. When I say younger, I will say like even like 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, my saving game was crazy. Crazy good.
Wow.
Like I could save, I could make $1 stretch.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these days I'm like, no, enjoyment. And I feel like I just want to lock in for a little bit and just get back into that and just be like, okay, cool. Because you can still enjoy life and you can do things. It's just about discipline.
Absolutely.
Like I have none of that these days.
Yeah.
It's like eating home and eating like, not going out every weekend or like not like just limiting those things.
Yeah.
I need to do that. I need to bring that back. That's why I feel like for me it's a bitter right now. I need to get back into the saving bag, and summer's around the corner, but
I know
we'll find ways. We're on a budget.
On a budget.
Like I don't know. I just want to get back into not like unnecessarily like splurging.
Spending. Yeah, that's fair. I think for me the reason I chose sweet was because I remember I was telling you just like my mindset when I was younger when it comes to work was like I would stick it out in jobs for ages, and I would be so like I wasn't even earning that much. Yeah. But I would be so obsessed with, oh my gosh, I need to save. I need to save, not knowing what that meant or what that looked like. Yeah. But I would be like, oh my God, I just need to save money. I need to save money. And I feel like that prevented me from enjoying a lot of the time in some cases. And I think last year I had my first like I guess proper full-time big girl job, and that, as I've told you, like it was a very toxic environment that I had to quit very suddenly, and it just gave me the biggest reality check again about jobs not necessarily giving a shit about you, and how like it can be taken from you in any second, or sometimes you just have to leave it, at just like unexpected circumstances. So it just made me realize, like, I just want to enjoy because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And I get that. And you're right. Like, as we should, to be honest. It shouldn't.
But in saying that, sorry to interrupt you, I was just going to say, but I still agree with you. Like, it just has to be balanced. So it's just balance, because I can't also spend everything and then hope to build generational wealth. Yeah. Right?
Exactly.
So it's a balance.
Exactly. Yeah. Or we just got to learn financial literacy.
Facts. A little bitter, a little sweet.
A little sweet. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Bitter or sweet, sharing your location with your partner or friends?
Ooh, I actually started. Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
I say sweet. That's an easy sweet. I think.
I think that's a sweet for me too.
I wouldn't. I don't know any girl necessarily that would say a bitter to that. Except I think it's just convenience. Like I never thought of doing that until recently, and we just started doing that because I just thought about it. That's it.
I mean, some people might feel like it's like you're controlling me, or it's a bit too much. Like, why do you want to know my every
you got something to hide?
I mean, which one? The girl that's saying why you controlling me, or the person that's
whoever is saying that?
Yeah,
whoever's saying it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a big deal. Just share it or don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
get what you're saying. I feel like I don't know. I think I see both sides to it.
Okay.
I feel like maybe it depends where you are at in the relationship. Like a new relationship, straight away you're like, oh, let me share your location. I'd be like, whoa. Yeah. But I think when you get to a point where you're comfortable, a little bit more, you're like, okay, I don't know. I think, but I also know someone that doesn't do it, and she's like, oh, I don't do that. Like, why? It's so unnecessary.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, like I see it because it's just like, I don't know. I think some people just see it as like, I feel I want that independence in my relationship. I don't want you like checking on me or knowing where I am, but I'm not lying to you. I just don't want to share it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And just like, I think, like I said, we weren't sharing, like my partner and I, we've been together for, over 6 years now, a little over 6 years. And we hadn't shared for pretty much 5 years. Not because we didn't want to share. It was just like we never talked about it or anything. Yeah. And then this year I was like, oh, we can share. I forgot. We can share the device, so let's just share it. So we just started sharing it recently. Yeah. Who do you share with?
I share with my siblings. With my siblings and my parents.
I like that though. I need to start doing it because I know my sisters do it with each other.
Yeah, it's good.
I want to do that with my brother and my sisters and my mom now.
Yeah. All right, final segment is a dilemma.
Okay.
I saw this post on Reddit and I wanted to, talk about it on the pod.
All right.
So it starts off by saying, I, 26, have been estranged from my mum for almost 3 years now. Okay. I cut contact with her after finding out that she stole 10K from me and put me over a 50K debt by stealing my social security number. She has always been emotionally abusive and she has tried everything in her power to split me up from my husband before we got married.
Yeah.
For these reasons and more, I decided not to invite her to my destination wedding. Last week, on the big day, about an hour before the ceremony, my maid of honor came in to let me know that my mum has showed up uninvited, meaning that she flew across the country knowingly just to crash my wedding. I had my maid of honor bring her to my bridal suite, and then I spoke to her privately and told her that she can't come and she has to leave. Right. Otherwise, I will make a scene and embarrass her in front of the entire family. She cried and gaslit me, but inevitably left. After the ceremony, several family members confronted me about it and told me that I'm in the wrong and that I should have let her stay because I was her first daughter and she wanted to see me get married. Right. I know this wasn't the reason and that it was just a power move to reinsert herself into my life, but her side of the family has been blowing me up since, telling me that I'm in the wrong and so is my husband and that we need to apologize. So am I the asshole? This is a tricky one. Tricky. Yeah, it is a tricky one because do you want to answer first?
I was just going to say immediate answer obviously would have been like, don't be in my wedding if you're going to bring the bad vibes. But it's also the mom. This is where I'm like, you know, when you're, depending on what kind of relationship you have with your mom, like my mom, I feel like, you know, you have your ups and downs, right, with your mom, but it's like I would die for my mom.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference though here.
Yeah.
Because I think there's like, because you know what it is? I feel like because of how we grow up, how we grew up in our relationships, it's like, even though there's like that troubled, and it's like, okay, we don't always see eye to eye.
Facts.
Like the relationship we've got our differences and we've got our issues that we have. I swear, like there's a lot of, especially African daughters and their mothers, there's a lot of like things that are there, right? Yep. But I feel like it's different when you like genuinely dislike your mom. Like this is because I think that there's overbearing, controlling, like inconsiderate, trauma dumping, you know, you've got your own shit and now you're putting it on me. But then there's like spiteful mothers.
Absolutely.
Like you are trying to ruin my life. Absolutely. There's jealous mothers. There's
thieving mothers, clearly.
She's a thief. She stole how you guys still if my mom stole $10,000 from me, that's insane. I can't even
picture that.
I can't.
Yeah, it's not making sense in my head, but so clearly like, there are mothers doing that.
Yeah, and she put her in over $50,000 debt. It's like the relationship is beyond
repairable.
Yeah, like there's obviously something there. Like I would feel like I can't trust this person. What are your intentions?
Yeah, I think because you said she stole money from her, put her over debt, tries to break up her relationship. Yeah, with her husband. So not just some random, but her husband now. And it sounds like she's not the type of person, especially if she came into this wedding and tries to gaslight her and stuff when the daughter confronted her. I feel like she wouldn't have just come to the wedding and not started shit. Yeah. Something in me is telling me that she would have come in there to cause trouble. So knowing that, I probably would have just been like, all right, look, it's good I feel like she did the best thing. She talked to her in private. Very respectful. That's respectful. She could have really outed her in front of everyone because at this point, I'm sure I wouldn't hold her, like, I wouldn't fault her if she did do that in front of everyone and be like, you know what, get the hell out of my wedding. But doing it in private still shows like she respects her mom. So I appreciate that. And then her mom crying and stuff, obviously you can't control how people feel, even though again it's your mom.
But it's
even
her
that,
mom,
even that,
though. That's
sis,
what's hard when it's like, yeah, it's your mother. Like that's.
I think once you stated how much, like when you laid it out again, like she's leaving. This is spiteful,
conniving. Yeah.
So I'm just like, look, we just have to have a conversation later. I think let me have my day because it is my day. Let her go. Kick her, like the way she again spoke to her in private, kicked her out, and then let me enjoy my day, whatever. Everybody else that's talking, that's I've already ignored. Yeah. I'm like, that's noise, white noise to me, because it's like, yeah, they're gonna make you feel guilty, but they're not involved in. They don't know the brunt of the situation, or even if they did, they're not experiencing it, right? Because she stole her money. Yeah, she's trying to. She's had those personal experiences with her. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you don't get it anyway. Yeah. So knowing that, I think like I would definitely have a conversation with my mom, with the mom after. Like, let me enjoy my day because it's one day. Let me enjoy it, and then after that, let's have a conversation outside somewhere, and then talk about the situation a bit more.
It's so tricky because I have heard this story before. Like I've heard it, and it was just like I remembered that moment, and everyone was like, "What do you mean it's your mom? What do you mean you're not going to invite your mom?" You know what I mean? Yeah, and I think I saw it from the perspective of the family. You know what I mean? Because I think everyone also has a different perspective. The mom might not be a villain to the family. They might just be like, you had a misunderstanding and da. But it's your day at the end of the day. Yeah. I think for me, it's always like you just have to be very sure because big moments like weddings, like first kids, like these are just like, you know, significant moments in your life. I would hate to regret that because it's one of those things where it's like you really can't come back from it. Absolutely. And if you're sentimental, or if you, I don't know, I think anyone, like if you're going to throw a wedding, it's going to mean something to you. So I just feel like, you know, again, like you said, it's your day, it's your wedding, it's your life, but you just have to be sure. And I think, once you commit to it, again, obviously there's a reason why she doesn't want her there. It's just crazy to me.
It's crazy, unless knowing the way her mom is, if she had maybe spoken to her a little bit before the wedding, like just in preparation, maybe she, you know, she already knows the daughter's already planning a wedding. Obviously a wedding, you're planning it for a year or something. Yeah. So you know it's coming, and you know you'd have to potentially face the fact that, am I inviting my mother or not, or whatever. And like just even if she had planned, you know, I'm not going to invite her or whatever, I think she should have had maybe she could have had a conversation with the mom beforehand, being like, look, I'm sure, because obviously her mom knew she was getting married. That's when she crashed it, right? So maybe having a conversation. But did she know
the whole time? Do you think she knew the whole time, the mom? Or
even
maybe
if the girl didn't, she would have found out from family or something. Like, I just feel like it would have.
She just felt entitled to be like, I'm coming to that wedding, whether you like it or not. Like, I'm going to sort myself out.
Sort herself out. Which obviously the mom, we can't speak on whatever, like the mom wants to do whatever. But I feel like the daughter, maybe knowing how her mom is, and I think maybe she could have had a conversation with her beforehand and been like, hey, like, look, you probably heard, or if you didn't, I'm getting married, and I really wanted this. Like, maybe she should have cleared up with her, or kind of gauged from that conversation if her mom is going to be an issue coming to the wedding. Or I think like after she had that conversation, I feel like she would have gotten a sense of like what to do a bit better, you know, if that makes sense.
100%. Like she was just caught off guard, basically.
She was caught off guard. I don't think she's the asshole. I think it was just a spur of the moment decision of like, look, my mom's here now. What am I trying to do? How can I like resolve the situation? Let me talk to her in private. Still respectful, I think. And then just deal with the aftermath later. So I think she did what she had to do in the moment. But maybe a better instance could have been if she spoke to her a little bit beforehand.
Well, she didn't know. She just pulled up.
But just, you know, you're planning your wedding. You know you have this like relationship with your mother.
Or if she just decided to talk to her without the mom coming and just said to her privately, like, I don't want you.
I'm saying the daughter should have like organized.
But that might not prevent her coming.
No, absolutely. I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying like having a conversation of like, look, you know, my mom, like I'm having this wedding. You probably heard her. If you didn't, I'm planning this wedding, and I want to clear up. Like I want to just kind of gauge what the mom's gonna do, because I feel like even if her mom does end up showing up, I feel like at least she won't be caught off guard. And her mom might be in her best behavior if she has a conversation with her beforehand and it's like, you know, mom, this is really important to me. I know you didn't, maybe obviously she didn't approve of the husband if she's trying to like break it up or whatever. So maybe she's like, look, this is important to me. Or at least clear it up from the beginning and being like, mom, you cannot come to my wedding. So it's not like, so they're both not caught off guard, you know?
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. And that makes sense as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like,
what would you have done if you were the daughter?
I think I would just allow it
To come?
Yeah. I think she's there.
Oh no, honey.
I feel like for me, as long as I don't see you, you just blend into the background and just, you know, like that's it. I feel like knowing my personality now and knowing how I would handle it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't see myself saying, get out and like, you know, you can't come to this wedding. You're already here. That. This is the wedding day. I would be pissed.
You're right.
Fuming. But it's like, I don't know. I think that in itself will just be a whole thing I don't want to even deal with.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? The family talking, which is probably like, I actually like, you know, props to her for being able to tell her mom like not to come. I don't think I could do that, but I don't think she's the asshole. I think like, you know what I mean? Like, you know your limits, you know your family. Boundaries. And obviously it's boundaries. I need to practice boundaries.
Same. I think
it's
not hard.
It's hard when it comes to family as well.
Absolutely.
For me, it's very hard when it comes to family, but I can understand. I can understand not inviting her to begin with.
Yeah.
I think I could do that.
Yeah.
If it was like that, I could do that. But it's once you're there, you've already violated and you've overstepped. Me getting security and taking you to like getting you out and doing this whole like first fiasco in front of the family and embarrassing you. I don't have the energy for that.
But that's an assumption.
No, that's what she said. She said if you don't leave, I'm going to cause a scene and embarrass you in front of the family.
She said that?
Yeah, it says here. She said, then I spoke to her privately and told her that if she doesn't leave, I will make a scene and embarrass her in front of the entire family.
Okay, all right.
Because she's telling her like, get out or I will make you get out.
Yeah, the mom was reacting. But this is why I'm saying I feel like just the way her mom reacted makes me think that her mom wasn't
willing to
bring
leave.
Peace.
Yeah.
Or she wasn't there to bring, like if she did stay, I feel like she wouldn't have been peaceful. She would have like caused drama.
I mean, you never know. Maybe she just said, I don't want you here, full stop. And her mom was like, why? And she was just, maybe she was like crying on her last
Fair enough.
Like we already don't.
Like if the mom was like, because her mom gaslit her and stuff, right? While she was saying that, I feel like if the mom was like, look, I know we've had our trouble. I just want to be here for your day. I just want to. I think like if she came in with a sincerity, maybe the daughter could have like reacted a bit differently. But I think her gaslighting and crying and guilt tripping
already
is
made
sounding
her feel like
very
this.
conniving. You see? So I'm just
I hear
like,
you. Yeah.
it sounds like she wasn't there to be peaceful. I feel like she would have caused more trouble or caused drama or made it about her. You know, classic mom making it about herself, that kind of thing. So I just don't think. Just protect your peace, man.
Protect your peace.
Even if it's from family, you need to set boundaries.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not easy.
It's a hard one. I think family is like the hardest one.
Especially if you come from a family where you're close.
Yes, and big and just like a lot of personalities. It's really hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're not the asshole.
You're not the asshole.
I hope you had a good wedding.
That was it. That wraps it up. That was fun, sis.
That was so much fun.
It's so good to have you back on the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Such a great
Halloween spooky season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to send in your dilemmas, you can do so by sending them through the links in all the bios on Bittersweet Podcast socials. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Give us a rate on Spotify, and I will see you guys again next week.
Bye.